San Francisco 49ers on the road against the Arizona Cardinals. Clearly number one team in the NFL at this point across everybody's power rankings, probably by a decent margin against every other team in the NFL. But we have seen some interest in the Cardinals that has moved this spread down from 13.5 now to 12.5, depending on where you shop. Total in this one sitting at 48.5. I can tell you, Adam, that Mo Nawara on our sister podcast, Beat the Closing Number, had some interest in Arizona in this one. 49ers injury report on the defensive side doesn't look completely clean. Potentially they're looking at this as a spot where they can just get some guys healthy and sit them out without, risking a loss here, most likely. So where do you land on this? Because it's a big number. The 49ers are a wagon, but it's still a big number.
You're right. It's a huge number, but this is the debate we get into every week seemingly at this point with ourselves on what to do with teams facing big spreads against San Francisco, because we have seen just what a bully this San Francisco team can be when it gets up, right? This is not a team where you think to yourself, well, the back door is always open. Not really, with the way that you have to handicap the 49ers, because they're so efficient that even when you look at them and say, oh, they're going to kind of ramp things down and we'll just get some Jordan Mason runs here, they're still so good blocking up front that even the backup running backs are taking off for big gains, right? It's almost like they can't help but score. Even when they try to slow it down, you can't really slow it down all that much. So here's what I find interesting about about this game. It is a slightly different way to look at it, and I don't want to get involved with side or total. I'll say that right from the jump. But I want to talk about Kyler Murray running the ball, because we know that this pass rush, healthy or not, is going to give this Arizona offensive line problems. Josh Dobbs spent a decent amount of time running for his life, and Kyler Murray will as well. So let's go and look at, since he came back, is Kyler Murray running the ball? Are they using him on the ground? You look at the last few weeks. Against Atlanta, 6 carries for 33. Against Houston, 7 for 51. Against the Rams, 1 for 2, but that was a game in which they were out of it right from the jump. And then against the Pittsburgh Steelers, he carried it 9 times for 20 yards. I realize that you could end up in a game state in which San Francisco is blowing them out so much that Kyler Murray feels like he has to be a pocket passer and throw the ball. I don't think he's going to have the option. Whether it's designed runs early in the game, whether it's him being flushed out of the pocket later in the game, right now his rushing attempt prop is sitting 5.5. I like over on Kyler Murray rushing attempts in this game. The yardage number's 32.5. I think that's probably right around where it should be. But considering he's gone over that amount of attempts in 3 of the last 4 games, including 9 against the Pittsburgh Steelers, I think I would rather bet on what I know, which is that the Arizona Cardinals are going to be in a game state in which Kyler Murray is going to be dropping back. And if I know he's going to be dropping back, I don't have to try to figure out who he's going to throw to or how much he's going to throw for, or how good the San Francisco defense is. I do want to try to factor in he's going to get flushed and have to run a bunch of times. And I think that is something we've already seen with him coming back from this knee injury.
I think it's a good look. I think it becomes an even better look if this injury report trends the way I think it will, because the Niners have 5 defensive starters that were back-to-back DNPs on Wednesday and Thursday. We don't have the final injury report yet, but if those 5 guys do not play, then I like that look, and pretty confident that the Niners are going to be getting their usual 28 to 35 points against this Arizona defense. So if the defense for the Niners is a little bit out of whack here, we saw Arizona move the ball against the Niners in the first meeting between these two teams when they didn't have as much at their disposal, and almost backdoor covered that, if not for the ball going through Zach Ertz's hands in the end zone. So the over might be decent here. And control.
Oh my God, I had forgotten about that Zach Ertz play. Oh, that is a bad memory coming back right there. Oh, sorry.
I had the Niners, so that was one of my more luckier covers.
Oh my God, that was trauma for a lot of people. All right, on we go.